Hey, welcome to Plural Flavor, and today I'll be showing you how to make Tunisian chicken mosli. Of course, before we begin, I'd like to ask you to please hit like, share, and subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for new released videos. Alright, let's jump right into the ingredients. You will need 4 chicken legs, 4 chicken drumsticks, and yes, I keep the skin on because it keeps the meat from drying out. For the spices, you will need 2 teaspoons of salt, 3/4 teaspoon of black pepper, and 1.5 teaspoon of turmeric. Give your spices a little mix and set it to the side. You will also need 14 medium potatoes, 2 medium onions, 4 tomatoes, and 1 whole garlic bulb. You need about 5 to 7 jalapeno or banana peppers. It's really your choice which peppers you want to use. You need 2/3 of a cup of vegetable oil plus 2 more tablespoons on the side. The first thing you need to do is add about 2/3 of the spice mix to the chicken. And of course, I kind of jumped the gun and tried to mix this, but it's a little bit dry, so add the 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil to the chicken first, and then give this all a really thorough mix. Your end result should look something like this, and the next step is to crush all of your garlic and take half of that amount and add it to the chicken and save the other half for later. And of course, once you add in the garlic, just give everything a good mix. Set this aside for half an hour to marinate. While your chicken marinates, you need to cut the potatoes, and what I do is cut the potato in half and each side into 3 pieces. Transfer your diced potatoes to a large bowl and go ahead and add in the remaining spice mix. For those of you who like extra flavoring, you can add half teaspoon of coriander and half teaspoon of caraway powder. Once you have your spices in, go ahead and give everything a really good mix. Next, you need to preheat a large frying pan on medium heat and add in the chicken. Make sure to lay your chicken out evenly, and once you do that, go ahead and add the 2/3 cup of the vegetable oil. Continue cooking this on medium heat for 5 minutes with the lid open. After 5 minutes, you will go ahead and flip all of the chicken to the other side. Once all of your chicken is flipped, you will cook it for 5 more minutes on the other side. 5 minutes later, you will go ahead and flip the chicken one more time. The next step is you're going to add 1.5 cup of water, and one thing I did forget to add in here is a couple of bay leaves, so if you have those, go ahead and add those in. After that, you will go ahead and add your potatoes in. Close the lid and let this cook for about 12 to 15 minutes. While you wait for the chicken and potatoes to cook, you will work on the rest of the vegetables, starting with the tomatoes, which you will cut into 3 pieces. I prefer to keep the top stem on the onion, that way the onion does not fall apart, and I cut my onion into 4 pieces. Next, you will work on your peppers, and what you want to do is make a little incision down the middle, and you will put a pinch of salt inside. It's been about 12 to 15 minutes later, and it's time to turn off my chicken and potatoes and assemble my dish. But first, I will preheat my oven to 375 degrees. Transfer the potatoes, chicken, and the sauce into a deep tray. Now you just have to assemble the rest of the veggies that you have on top of the chicken and potatoes. Alright, almost done. Just a few more steps, and what you have to do next is you have to just kind of drop in the rest of the garlic that you had saved on the side into the dish. I will add another half teaspoon of salt into the dish before I put it into the oven, but this is a completely optional step, so it's up to you whether you want to add some or not. Cover the tray with aluminum foil and place it in the oven to cook for half an hour. After half an hour, you're going to remove the foil and turn up the oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit and cook for another 35 more minutes. After 35 minutes, your dish is ready to be served. I must say, Tunisian cuisine is one of my favorites. Don't forget to top this dish with some olives, and remember, this dish is meant to be eaten with your hands, so what you want to do is grab some pita or French bread and scoop up the ingredients into the bread. Of course, if you can't use bread, then you can use a fork. But anyways, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed this recipe. Please check out my channel for more delicious recipes, and as always, thank you for watching.